Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by my channel today. We are continuing our strawberry theme for this summer with using the 12 by 12 version of Strawberry Delight to make an adorable little white paper bag photo album. All you need are 3 paper bags. They're like the bakery size white paper bags. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Some red ribbon, and then I have this beautiful 1-inch wide white crochet lace ribbon. I got this from Temu, but you can pick this up at any fabric store. It was just a nice little touch. So let's take a look at the Strawberry Delight 12 by 12 patterned cardstock from Hot Off the Press. It is so cute. I love the pinks and the reds. We're going to kind of play on that in our little album. And then it's got the black with the strawberries. The borders are going to be playing a big part of this. This one might be my favorite, the white with the strawberries on it. Oh, so cute. And I use that a lot on the little mini notepad notebook thing that I did recently. Okay, and then we've got this beautiful lattice with this border, and then we've got the green, and then it's ghosted on the other side, and then we've got all these cutouts, which I think are going to make great tags for our little pockets. There's the gingham on the back, and then more cutouts. All right, so we're going to take this one, set this aside. All right, so you guys, the first thing we're going to do is take one of these bags. Now this is a size 10 regular bag. I didn't know paper bags had sizes, so I was interested to see that stamped on there. But I used to work in a bakery when I was in college, and that is about the size that we had in the bakery if you were buying cookies or a donut or 2. So you could go into your bakery and say, hey, can I buy 3 white paper bags that size? Or you could buy maybe 3 cookies and ask them to put it into 3 bags. So first thing we're going to do is fold the bottom part, that gusseted part, we're going to fold that up. And that's going to be a pocket. And we're going to just take that like that, but we're not going to glue it yet. And then we've got this nonsense on top where it's just got this like edge, that kind of peeking sheer edge. We're going to cut that off, and we're going to cut the whole thing is going to be 9 inches wide. So there is my 9 inches, and that is just enough to cut off that little dip in the back there. We're not going to recycle that, so we can throw that away. All right, and then the other thing we're going to do before we start gluing is we're going to take this adorable little lace. We're going to just run a line of glue right along that edge, and then we're going to glue that right there so it's peeking up, and then trim the edges. If we do that, I have one here, all nice and dry. All right, so here is my little lace edge. It's so sweet. And now we're going to take this piece right here, and we are going to utilize a pencil, and we're going to place this piece on the back because it has this really nice little vignette there, and we're going to mark it like this and like this. And I'm doing it this way so that you guys can use any size bag you want for this, and if I gave you exact measurements, they wouldn't apply to you anyway. So I wanted to show you how you can do this yourself. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to take our paper cutter, and then this extra little piece that we're cutting off, we're going to definitely use that for our tag making. Can you believe we're not even going to ink? I'm a big inker, but we're going to pass on this one. All right, that's going to be the back page. All right, so onto the front page where we are going to utilize all of these adorable borders. They are so cute. So we're going to do the same thing there. I like to put that border right up along the top edge because that's just adorable. And I'm leaving about a 1/8 inch edge all the way around. See if I can see my mark. Yes, 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 yes. Sometimes I go light on it and then I regret it. Okay, once again, using that for a tag. All right, so that's going to get glued right there. And then this piece is so cute. We're just going to take that and we're going to tuck that right back there. And then once this pocket is glued in place, it doesn't even matter that it's a little short piece. So we're using a full sheet of patterned cardstock for each one of these pages. So in case you want to make one that's larger or has more than 3 pages, you'll know how much you're going to need. All right. And then that's going to go right up there. All right, so now to make our pocket, we only need to put glue here and here. And if you wanted to, you could put some down here to keep things from sliding through, but that's unlikely. All right, we don't need to squish out the sides. Now, because I'm using bakery bag and not like really nice bags that are like really gonna be perfect and squared up, I'm gonna trim a little bit of this off, this little imperfection right here. It doesn't really matter, but you know. All right, so that's a page done. All right, so I'm gonna do the rest of those pages, and when I come back, we're gonna talk about a binding. I'll be right back. All right, all the pages are covered front and back, and this is the order I thought I would put them in for binding. But what we can do is, instead of having them like this, where you open it up and the pocket's on the exact same page every time, turn one over so you have facing page, facing pocket, or you can just leave it like that so you have facing page and a pocket, whichever you prefer. I like to mix it up a little bit. So we're going to do that. For the binding, it couldn't be easier, you guys. You're going to take 2 strips of cardstock. I like to match the color of the bag. So white cardstock, 2 inches by just short of how tall this bag is. I find that if I make it the exact same height, I usually have to trim some off because there's some of this going on. So just measure it to just a little bit less than the height. So we're going to fold these, and they're scored. You can see they're scored at 1 inch. Okay, and we're going to use that bone folder. All right, so now we're going to take some of our Cosmic Shimmer glue. You could use a tape runner, you could use your favorite glue, whatever you want. We're going to put glue on one side. It's important to get glue along the binding, or the fold rather. And then we're going to take these 2 and we're going to join them like this. So think of them as 2 V's, and now you've made a W. And you just want them to align, make sure that they're all squared up. And then you can just do that like this. And you want that glue to really adhere. So make sure you've got your W, all right? And then what you're going to do is each one of these on the left side only, we want to work with that gusset. That little thing right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on this, on each side, and then we're going to put them in just like this. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is just a trial. And they're in that gusset. We're going to push that down, push that in. Oh, there we go. So that when you open it up, they're all bound together. And that's what it's going to look like when it's all glued, like that. All right, so now that we know what we're doing, now you can do one of two things. You can put the glue on the little W, or you can put it on the edge of the bag. So let's try it on the edge of the bag. See if it's less messy, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna put that right in there. Okay, you want it close to the bottom and then not quite all at the top. And then you want to do this, you want to fold that over. That worked pretty snazzy. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to open that little gusset, glue. I do like using glue for this because if you're using a tape runner, you don't have a lot of, literal wiggle room. Once it's stuck on there, it's going to get really stuck. All right, so this one's going to be a little harder to see because it's in the middle. There we go. I'm going to just turn it upside down. We're going to slide it into place. We want to make sure that that bottom edge is aligned and the top edge, and we're just doing that. All right. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do that right there. And the last one, just slide that in. And make sure everything's aligned and gluing. All right. So it turns out that I flipped the order. Did you guys catch that? I wanted this one on the front. That's okay. I really like this one. I really prefer it. Okay, so another trick, you guys. If you are wanting more pages, so we have gussets on this side too that are pretty cool. So what if you take a piece of cardstock that is the same, just a little bit smaller, to see how it's a little bit smaller than the bag. And then you're gonna add 3/4 of an inch to that, okay? And then you're gonna score it, and I've outlined them there in pencil. You're gonna score it, here we go. You're gonna score it right here, 1/2 inch from the edge. That's the first score line. And then the second line is 5/8 of an inch from the edge. And the reason we're doing that is we want this little gusset right there because we're gonna glue it here. And we want it to be able to wrap around this page for the center. Got it? Okay. So before we do that though, we gotta put some paper on it. So I'm gonna use this pretty green one. I really like the bright one. On one side it's bright green, it's so pretty. But I'm choosing to use the one that's kind of ghosted back. All right, and then on this other side, we're gonna take the border from that paper and glue it on there and make a tuck spot here. Put a little glue here, here, here. Turn that over. All right. So now when that dries, we'll have a nice little tuck spot. So let's go ahead and glue this extra page in. Now you could do that not on the front cover because it's gonna go like that, but you could do it on this center page, and you could also do one for the back as well. Okay, we're going to glue this one in the center. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put glue on the front and back. And we're going to see which one worked better, to put the glue right on the inside here or here. I see no difference whatsoever. All right, that's going to go like that. So we've got our little place here, and then a great place for either journaling or photos. Oh, I see. This is sticking out a little too far. Once again, another awesome reason to use glue. I'm going to pull that up and move it over a little bit, because I want it right up by that outside gusset line. Okay. All right, you guys, that is the little book so far. Now, we can do a couple of things for a little binding. You can just leave it just like this. We can decorate it up, or you can do a little something with some ribbon. So you can take some ribbon, and if you haven't glued your paper down super good, you could slide some under there, or glue it down, glue the ribbon down before you cover your page. I thought this time I would just put it between the gusset, because I want to close those gussets. So let's add some glue. I want to get a little on both sides because I want that ribbon to be kind of a sandwich. All right, and I'm going to cut about 8 inches there. We're going to do the other side. So this is acting in twofold. It's actually gluing that gusset shut and giving us a nice little closure. And I just like to line my ribbon up. There we go. Cut that at an angle. There we go. All right, so while that's drying, we have some cute little things that we can add to our album. So at the very front, we can add these little cutouts from the 12 by 12 patterned paper. How cute would that be to put right there? And then when you open this page, you could do a little photo right there. That's a 4 by 4 photo. You can also tuck things right here. You can add photos here and here, or use those as journaling spots. We've got all those little cutout things, and you could add a little journaling card right there if you were giving this to someone as a gift and it would be blank. You could just include these and they could add them. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because you guys, I love to give away my little books and my things. So if you've enjoyed this video, a thumbs up really helps people find our channel, and we would really appreciate you giving us a like and leaving a comment, because that would put you into the contest to win this little paper bag photo album for sure. This one's even got a tag. Don't forget, we have those gussets right here at the top of every bag. You can just slide those right in, and there's actually a divider. So this one's going to come with a cute little tag right there. And then we can also add cute little sayings, Unforgettable You. And then I've got a note for Sweet You and You Are in My Heart, which would be so cute to go along with those little photos. I'm going to leave these right in that little tuck spot, because, there we go, that way whoever receives this can add that to their very own album. So once again, you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. It puts you into a contest to win this cute little book. And you know what? Don't forget to watch next week's video, because that is going to tell you who the winner is. And then you can follow the instructions and email me, and I'm going to send you this happy mail so you can have this to play with and load up with your own photos and journaling. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I had so much fun doing this project with you. We'll see you in the next one.